Hello everyone, this is Here's Trivia. Welcome back to our Subscriber Game Tournament Season 2 as we continue with our Round 2 matchup here in Group 7 between Yulia in the green versus Trivenicus in the red. This is their match 2 as they have swapped sides with Yulia attacking. Now looking at the army draft, we have Sun Ce, Kong Rong, and Lu Bu. Very Vanguard heavy army with a lot of splash abilities and Kong Rong for the Fury of Beihai. We have a Roar ability on Sun Ce with 1 Tiger Guard, multi-duding for the guard passive and the turtle formation, 2 cheap Vanguard cavalry for pursuit, and Kong Rong with the 3 Fury of Beihai slightly upgraded, 1 Trebuchet of rank 5, maybe still slightly lower level, but we'll see how it's being used, and of course Lu Bu with 5 units of Camp Crushers. So Camp Crushers are really good at close range combat, but they don't do well against crossbowmen. So we'll see what happens on the other side as Trivenicus actually brought Guojia again in case there was more sneaky Yanbaihu action, and brought 4 crossbowmen that are nicely upgraded. And there's also 5 Defender of Empire, Unbreakable Spear Guards on Huangfu Song, and also Sun Ce in a mirror matchup here, bringing the same unit brought in his earlier attacking battle. 2 units of Tiger Guard and 2 units of Lance Cavalry. So there's definitely a favoritism for Sun Ce and Guojia here for Trivenicus, as these are repeating generals, and we'll see how this one plays out on the battlefield. So looking at the deployment here, there's a small backstory to this as Trivenicus filled me in on what happened during the match. So as the defensive side, you should always wait till you see what the offense does and hit start battle, and then quickly, set up in the 1-minute timer and then kick off the battle. But in this case, he mentioned that he actually set up first and then start battle, but then in response, because Yulia has not set up officially with a lock-in yet, swap the deployment after seeing the defensive troop going towards one wall. And obviously not a great feeling by Trivenicus having to maneuver all his unit over to the new side. So this presents a different problem. But like what we showcased before in Man That Is Badger's round with the switching of the attack, you could actually just go for the center defense at this point when you're caught off guard like this, because rushing over will not do very much. Getting caught on the way, definitely not very flexible, but it's also a lesson learned for all defensive players that wait until the offense have set and then respond. But let's see how this one plays out. So in terms of the attacking setup, it's still a trebuchet attack, so it's still going to be quite slow. Guerrilla deploying the Tiger Guard ahead doesn't really do the trick, because I think it was slightly out of range of this tower, and this unit's actually getting picked on right now. They're just going for it, huh? Is a wall going to be cracked? Is that what we're going for here? Yes, this wall right here. So the timing might work out perfectly. Usually, well, it looks like they're going to be able to crack it. The turtle's doing its best to absorb some of the aggro. Now we're hoping the next shot does 30% rather than 20%, because sometimes 2 hits. All comes down to this. Alright, home clear. General coming in. Now they probably have to wait for the towers to be captured for these units to go in. I understand the urgency to rush when you're sneaking aside like this, but it looks like the enemy is clearly just going to deploy to the center, so maybe a little bit more patience on offense would have been better, because there's a lot of needless casualties happening right now. And I think the biggest problem that is going to be for Yulia is how to take down those 4 towers, because they have no fire arrows. So that trebuchet need to keep up its ammo. 16 left, so at this point, it's fine. The cavalry should dive, because if you can take out the trebuchet, then those 4 towers will be gold for the rest of the match. And also, if we're sneaking like this, why pick this side? Why not here? Or here? Because this tower is super annoying. I think there's an attempt to capture this. Alright, the defense is going back out because clearly the cavalry is coming for them. This tower needs to be captured. There's going to be some, you know, maneuvering around here. I would say Lu Bu should just go for it. Take some of the tower damage. See if we can Dragon Gaze it. Okay, maybe not worth it. They're backing off. Let's all get in. Looks like all the key structures will be captured here. And they can sit pretty here, set up the trebuchets, maybe knock out these towers first. Burn some of the town. So far, the lack of burning town strategies have been pretty unfortunate. I think morale damage is pretty underrated, although, you know, you are facing majority defender empire, but crossbowmen only have 35. You knock them down by 20 just because of settlement destruction, and one roar of any type will knock them out. Still trying to suicide, but now with the Wool Dragon's Gates. Oh, only got one. Okay, there's still a chance, but looks like the trebuchets are gonna funnel in here. The crossbow is wasting shots on a turtle formation unit. Not realizing it for a long time. There is a rush on Huang Fusong, who is isolated, trying to do a little bit of his Hell of Arrow trickery. It's blockaded. He can't go here. He can't run away. I think he's dead. There's no help. Sun Ce should just roar. It's a lot safer. There's no need to save it for anyone. I mean, maybe for Sun Ce again, but with Guo Jia there, you know, you're not gonna... I mean, I guess he's gone. He trapped himself. Barricades. Barricades are dual-edged sword. I would just not put any barricades. That's usually how I play defense, even in campaign. They offer very little. Ooh, this shot selection I don't like. Because there's nothing can take care of the towers. And every shot should be going towards that first. Huang Fusong's good as dead. We can ignore him. He's minus 48. Getting through these require Lu Bu and Sun Ce's slam, which are not hard to do. But capturing this will be very difficult. All these shots are being wasted here. Slam can kill these easily. There's no need to do this. Yeah, you have to take stock of what you have. Ooh, we're taking advantage of the extra range. There's extra 30 range on the Fury of Beihai. It's an uneven shootout. Unfortunately, they're not here to join in the fun because they're trapped on this little moat. If they filled up over here, they could have shoot most of these down. But once again, the towers. The towers. Maybe the cavalry with Raider. It'd be a difficult clan to pull off because they have to take damage as they light it up, and if there's any unit on the bridge, then they can't really be idle to light it up. Alright, pretty sure they will win. It's only 1v4. What are these two doing? Fighting. Okay, this one's finally joining in, and this one's shooting at a non-turtle unit, but turtled right away. I think winning this shootout's more important. They should all be just shooting them first. Everything else can be free shots afterwards. Are the trebuchet gonna run out of shots? Yeah. I mean, they're at least targeting the one unit that could break. That way you waste less shot and also take away the 25% resistance. But we come back to the tower situation. What do we do about the towers? Like, perhaps one flaming shot here to break this barricade so the units can have an easier place to fight. And also a couple shots here to light these up. And that unit really didn't trade away, you know, half of its life for these. could have done those 3v4 with Fury Beihai's firing rate and extra damage and extra range. I think they could have just beat all 4 right there. Are we still trying to shoot at turtle units? Why? Okay, at least it stopped. Yeah, just go up and shoot these crossbowmen. Oh, fire! Against the general? What? Yeah, not sure about that. Oh, I guess they lucked out on 1 kill, but... Towers? Anyone gonna pay attention to towers? Guess not, because there's only 1 ammo left, and this is also not burned, so this is very hard to get through. Raider Cav, come back. They could burn it. Now we have a very condensed town square fight with a lot of unbreakable units. If the towers were down, the generals can just go in and start slamming. But because all 4 are up, you can't really put generals in this area. It would kill them really fast. Like, if you think about it, these are overrated spear guards. There are so many camp crushers here ready to take them out. So that trebuchet shot distribution and the insistence on shooting turtle units is quite puzzling. The cavalries are coming back. I don't know if Yulia knows of their raider trait. Because at this point, look at the morale of these units. All that's need to be done is have your raider cavalry make a full run through the city and just burn everything. And then those crossbow will just auto route. It would still make this bridge fight really difficult. Like at best, maybe you can put your turtle guard here and have them like try to, turtled up tiger guard here to maybe try to grab as much aggro as you can. But okay, at least this one's not in turtle right now. Okay, it's getting back into turtle. Yeah, it got back in. It got the stats. Alright, they're in. Tiger guard's in. So he is turtle formation. He's going to try to grab this aggro. It still makes this fight very hard. How are the cavalry are burning stuff by accident? Are they trying to burn towers? Maybe. Let's see. Let's see if there's awareness of this. They need to stop. They need to be idle to burn stuff near them. They should just stop right here because this unit got the aggro. Okay, they're burning the town, so that's good. So these crossbow poli can't get killed that way. I'm going to speed it up a little here. I don't imagine anyone's going to do anything too drastic. Right, so they're lighting fire. I mean, if Yulia knows this, then maybe try it on the towers? Can't really slam because Guojia's here to ensure that, you know, Stifling Deluge is going to try to protect them. Maybe a dismount attempt, right? Perfect. That's exactly what I'm going to do. Just to step so close to it and then just slam right here because Guojia's kind of out of range right now. Go, 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 go. And then if Sun Ce comes, roar. Then he's out because there's only 50. Ooh, what is this? Why? Too far, too far. Can we slam? Guojia's moved up. Target him. Go hit him. Go hit him. Just send the generals at him. Okay, look at these towers. Well, Coron has Wisdom River too. Come on, Coron. Well, that's also kind of Wisdom River, but Okay, so there was a timing gap where they could use that. Well, Sun Ce got roared on. So Sun Ce's gone. He could bounce back if he doesn't take enough. He doesn't take too much damage. There should just be a dive at the strategist. Last match, same thing. There was no target on the strategist to stop the Siphon Deluge. The roar routed the units, very effective, good value. Cornel wasn't there to protect them, which was unfortunate because he has the same exact setup. Now we have Lu Bu alone on the bridge of death. Finally going after Guojia. The burning of the town was kind of like half, half of the temp. Oh, this is just tough because the towers. Oh, friendly fire! Fury Beihai friendly fire. Yeah, there's no way Lu Bu will win this here. Sun Ce's back with a roar just on the unbreakable units. Didn't get the other Sun Ce into this range. Alright, let's see if Lu Bu can bring Guojia with him. Because that's the best he could do right now. No, he's down. This roar did get Sun Ce here. If they can lock on the target... Someone to stay with him. Where are the cavalry? They routed off? Did they dive in for this attack earlier? I didn't pay attention to it. Oh, he's gonna bounce back. No one stayed with him. Cornel should have gone with him. Got the slams, but it's a little too late. This bridge is... Oh, it's close, actually. Can they capture these towers? I think they can. They captured it because they have more capture weight. There's more of their units. So we're down to 2 towers here. Sun Ce's back. He has a slam. He doesn't have roar. Cornel need to be in his zone. Ideally, we just back off because the tower's already taken. Cornel go... Oh, he got the roar off. Should just go next to him. That roar did it. That roar did it. Everything's routed. They could bounce back, but there's a lot of damage on Sun Ce, so I'm not sure if he actually can bounce back. And the units are doomed. Oh, they will bounce back. But the tower has been retaken. And there's still enough unbreak. Oh, he actually did bounce back. I don't know what he can do at this point. The towers here are too oppressive. Back to turtle, just for now. Crossbow trade against crossbow. Why are we targeting? Target the crossbow. I don't know why we're not targeting the crossbow. This is too low. I don't think there can be another bridge take attempt. Yeah, just I mean this is return fire for once, but what is this unit doing? There we go. That's what should be happening. So they can win this trade still, and they can even win that trade if they want. And honestly, yeah, just move the Tiger Guard closer. We'll fight Sun Ce with Cornel nearby. Cornel needs to stay right on top of Sun Ce. It needs to be close to him. And then have the Tiger Guard fight him. Crossbow damage? Okay, turtled up, no friendly fire, no problem. Wisdom River? Wisdom River? Wisdom the River? Maybe it's on cooldown, but... Oh, there we go. Going too far. Need to stay on him. Fight! Don't worry about it. There's no point trying to kite away. Now Sun Ce should just run back and slam. Yep. Okay, at least Cornel's able to keep the same distance, but I think it's a little bit far. Oh no, he's still good. He's still good. Crossbowmen using as infantry, go for it. I mean, there's not a lot of damage, but you know, it's a waste otherwise. I mean, if Sun Tzu here can come out just with one slam. I guess target him would be the best. Get like one hit. Yeah, just go for one hit. Korong should just come in. That's a good amount of damage. That's a great amount of damage. He might route for morale, even if he kills him. The problem is, Tiger Guard's gone, and it's unbreakable infantry. 86. He's wavering, but he's never gonna route. There's 28 hiding over here. There's 17 hiding over here. That's it. The Furies are out of ammo. Korong's joining in the fight. Yeah, I think came up a little short. Every unit engaged. Army loss is going to kick in. Once the general gets low here, I'm pretty sure army loss is going to kick in very soon. I would actually just keep this right here. It's a lot safer, even though I think Trivenicus got this. But at this point, if you hide just one unbreakable on the bridge or past the bridge, they have to go through 4 towers. And that's a lot safer than trying to... What if you lose this fight? I mean, it doesn't look like he's going to lose this fight, but risk. Good attempt. Dropping their armor and evasion here. Alrighty. That's it. That's gonna do it. So we have a tie. Trivenicus has tied the series up. So this battle in particular started out pretty poorly for Trivenicus because of the deployment mishap with the defending side deploying first and getting ready, allowing the attacking side to swap sides. That was rough, but I don't think it worked out too poorly for him because basically he defaulted into a center camp, which is probably the best option in my opinion. Like the enemy has a trebuchet, you can't really defend on the wall anyways. The end result was probably going to be a center camp. So he had more time to prepare for it. And at the same time, because Yulia felt like, you know, the trickery worked, was more rushed to try to get a hole and get the units in before they could respawn, in a sense. So there was some needless death here on the way. Nothing big, right? Maybe 20 extra units. Not a big deal. But there was definitely a sense of rushing in despite, you know, having a turtle unit that could take all the aggro and slowly whittle down the towers. But I think the key thing is, without any sort of fire arrow, oil arrow, to actually take out the towers, all you could do is tank it up with only one turtle unit. That is very difficult to do. And the trebuchet was not utilized well. I think the major reason why Yulia ended up losing this battle was because the lack of awareness of what each unit in general was supposed to be used for in this given situation. Because there was no fire drafted or range fire drafted, the trebuchet had to use its ammo once entered on the 4 towers. Because if these were burned down when Lu Bu rushed in, that would have ended it. I think despite Guo Jia being present, Lu Bu could have killed both without the extra damage coming from the 4 towers. Because Sun Ce wasn't that strong, he's not unbreakable. If he loses half health, it's different than Lu Bu losing half health. So he would rout in that situation. And I think Lu Bu would have come out ahead on this bridge if they were knocked out. Once inside, the Fury Beihai were trying to pick on shots on turtle unit rather than spreading as close to the moat as possible to kill off the 4 enemy range unit that could inflict heavy damage on the camp crushers, which are designed or picked to help kill the very unit that the trebuchet were wasting their shots on and the Fury Beihai wasting their shots on. right? The splash damage, heavily armored, giant swordsmen are there to kill those turtled up, densely packed Defender of Earth that are really difficult to clear. So if the towers were knocked out by the trebuchet, if the crossbow unit were traded, Camp Crusher floods in, General covers, Coron is not only picked for Fury of Beihai, he's picked because he has Wisdom River, he has Stifling Deluge, he needs to stand where your generals are, and he can do the same thing Guo Jia was doing to your generals by preventing them from doing any ability. So that was just a couple different awareness that was kind of lacking for this fight, which ended up with this result. But also Trivenicus, great job recognizing, the early deployment mishap. Got to go back, got to defend here in the center. Crossbow units were focused on crossbow units, even though Camp Crushers were juicy targets. But the crossbow need to win the crossbow versus crossbow fight first to be able to continue to shoot damage at the Camp Crushers. And that's how it played out. Guo Jia was used very well. Sun Ce's Roar were able to be very effective, wasting the enemy unit time, just getting them to draw back and come again. With the towers continuously dishing out damage, has tremendous value. He did that twice with both of the roars. Coron wasn't there to impact that, but to be able to do that definitely was good. And we have this basic huge death pile of units on the bridge. The cavalry, it looks like, did get thrown in here. There's also, the awareness that the cavalry could burn, but the commitment to not burn the whole town first before assaulting, because if you burn the whole city, the crossbow would just auto route. And also because you can burn the city, you can burn the towers. So these two could have been burned down. The turtles were here. There was a Tiger Guard turtle here. The cavalry just had to sit right here real quick, burn it, and then just run away. So a couple opportunities missed, but also a couple opportunities seized by Trivenicus as well. Let's look at the numbers. Right, so Trivenicus generals didn't get to slam because Coron realized that part at least. The roars did most of the job. The crossbow mainly traded against the enemy crossbow, who did tremendously well despite the poor targeting. These are very powerful units. Fury Beihai, very scary. Although the trebuchet has a lot of kills, that's not really why you want to recruit the trebuchet, right? In this case, with no fire, the trebuchet had to kill those towers. And that, if he did, then the Camp Crushers become unlocked in that case if the range did their job, and they would have killed all these units and got all the kills. So definitely a couple missed opportunities, but a great match, and I'm eager to see both of them in round 3 as they'll be coming to play against me to get a spot in the top 8, as neither of them advanced directly to the top 8. So until then, bye!